All right, guys, Crypto Kurt here, and I've decided to do a series of introduction videos for anyone who's new to the world of cryptos. I've been spending a lot of time talking to people who don't know much about this stuff, and I found I'm getting asked the same question again and again and again. So I thought, wow, why don't I just do some videos so I can send people to my videos and not have to answer the question again and again and again. And my guess is there are many people who are subscribers of my channel that are probably having the same experience. So this is not primarily for my existing subscribers. I think most of you probably are across these basics. But as I said, I think it'll be a great resource for people who are coming new to the channel and new to cryptos. And I might even use them in some future training sessions, which I'm going to be doing here in Australia. So let's get straight into it. How many ways are there to invest in cryptos, currencies, and tokens? All right, well, there's quite a few. In this video, we're going to cover 3 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 subsets, if you will, or sub-opportunities. And the first thing to do, well, a lot of this is just like investing in stocks, okay? And the world of cryptocurrencies, is acting like the world of stocks. In other words, you buy and sell them on exchanges, and there's ups and downs every day, and there's winners and losers every day. So it's not like you can just jump in here and instantly win. You can certainly jump in here and lose all of your money potentially, but with the world of cryptos, it's all so brand new that it's very exciting times. It's kind of like being in 1994 in the beginning of the internet, and no one knew who was going to be the winner. No one knew that Google was going to be the search engine that won. There were dozens of search engines back then. Matter of fact, I used to use Dogpile, which was a search engine aggregator. No one knew that that Amazon was going to turn into Amazon. There were a lot of people selling stuff online, but Amazon got it right. Now they're worth billions and billions and billions of dollars. So I think the same thing's happening in the crypto space right now. There's some tried and true coins, and platforms that we would count on being there in the future. But there's also hundreds and hundreds of opportunities for you to grow, to invest in early and grow. So the first concept is to look at buy and hold. So what are we going to look at here? Of course, we're going to look at Bitcoin. All right, so this is Bitcoin. This is all time. I'm just going to go back for 1 year. 1 year ago, Bitcoin was trading around 775, I think. If I could pick that up. What are we seeing? Yeah, it was 757. You can see 755, right in there. And then here it is 12 months later, and it's trading 5343.96. Now again, everyone, this is in Australian dollars. I live in Australia, so when I set my Coinbase account up, it asked me where I lived and then is now showing me the value in Australian dollars. You obviously can do the currency calculations and changes if you were so inclined, but that is what it is. So these will be Australian numbers for the Coinbase examples. So perfect example of buy and hold for 1 year, you'd be up 599%. So if you had one Bitcoin worth $700 back last year, it now is worth $53.44. I think that's a pretty good buy and hold strategy. Now it's not guaranteed. Nothing goes up forever. You can see there's lots of dips, and we're at a very high point right now, and it is pulling back, and I kind of personally expect this pullback to continue to happen. But again, this is part of the speculation, and this is the concept of buy and hold. You just don't worry about it. You just buy it and you hold it, and away it goes, right? And you just let it do its thing. Potential tax advantages. So potential tax advantages in Australia, and I'm pretty sure it's in America. And I need to say this right now. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a tax specialist. This should not be considered investment advice. This should be considered for educational and entertainment purposes only. So I want to be real clear about that. But as I understand it, in Australia and in America, the only thing that triggers a taxable event is A, you move the money out of an exchange or out of a wallet into a bank account, or you move it out of an exchange or out of a wallet onto a spendable card like the BitPay card. Okay, so as soon as you spend the money or move it out of the platforms into your bank account, then that triggers a taxable event. And in Australia, all they're interested in is the capital gain. So they want to know the difference between what you bought it for and what you sold it for, and then they're going to tax you on that gain. And ASIC has a set range of charges and fees and all that stuff. So that's kind of a guarantee. So the tax advantage is if you never get out, if you just leave the coin in an exchange, you're never going to get taxed on it. So that's pretty powerful. The next thing that can happen with the buy and hold, again, no guarantee, is a hard fork, which just recently happened with Bitcoin Cash. So this is the Bitcoin Cash charts here. and I'll just scroll down so you can see, it basically was born on July 1st. The hard fork happened on August 1st. So you can see that's exactly where it started. And currently, Bitcoin Cash is trading at $669 US dollars. The way that the fork worked was that on August 1st, if you owned 1 Bitcoin, then you instantly got 1 Bitcoin Cash. If you owned 100 Bitcoin, you got 100 Bitcoin Cash. And if you owned 1,000,000 Bitcoin, you got 1,000,000 Bitcoin Cash. Well, that Bitcoin Cash today, again, it was born 23 days ago, is now worth $669. So that's a great way to use buy and hold strategy to build your wealth in the crypto space. Now, again, these hard forks don't happen very often. There's been to 2 famous ones. Again, one that happened a few months ago, and then the Ethereum one, where it went from Ethereum Classic to the new Ethereum. I don't know the dates on when that happened, but there's 2 instances of a hard fork happening in a well-known crypto, and those people that owned the original currency are doing quite well for themselves by getting free money, literally free money, just handed to you. It was just amazing. Okay, so that's another option for the buy and hold strategy. Now there's buy and flip. Okay, so you're talking about trading. It could be day trading, it could be week trading, it could be hourly trading, it could be monthly trading. But the concept here is that you're going to buy low and sell high. So how do you pull that off? Well, of course, there is the Coin Market Cap, which is a place where you can come see all of the cryptos. And you can see what's happening. You can see these are the 7-day graphs. So you can see a lot of them go up and a lot of them come down. So the concept here is you start learning about a few of these, 1 of these, 2 of these, 5 of these, and spend a lot of time getting to know, what they're doing and following the news, etc., etc. And, maybe you can get a 35% gain. That's an overnight gain. That's a 24-hour gain. So could you imagine 32% gain in one day? Matter of fact, let's just do this quickly. If we just sort by gains, look at this. Golden up 67% in one day. Ripple up 51% in one day. That's a very powerful way to make some money on the cryptos. But again, you have to be in it to win it, and you have to understand what you're doing, and you have to invest some time. Whereas the buy and hold strategy, you don't really need to invest much time. You just buy and hold and don't think about it. But again, active trading requires a lot of effort on your part. The next is ICOs. So an ICO stands for an initial coin offering. The ICOs are kind of like, well, they're just like the IPOs in stocks, except with the ICOs, most of the ICOs, instead of using an investment banking firm or platform, the startup firm uses crowdfunding instead. So they sell directly to you and me. Now, some of them do require you to be an accredited investor. Filecoin's happening right now, and you have to be accredited there. Another problem for the U.S. citizens is that a lot of these coins are considered securities by the SEC. So U.S. citizens, quote unquote, are not allowed to purchase these. For those of you who are internet savvy, there are ways around that because the way they determine where you live is through your IP address. So enough said, I won't go much further into that. But there are ways around that if you were so inclined. And I think as the SEC gets their head around this stuff a little bit more, it might even become even more regulated. So, these ICOs right now, it's kind of Wild West cowboy land. It could be completely different. But right now, if you go to this site, so this is ico-list.com. You can scroll down here. You can see here's some ongoing ICOs. Here's some starting soon, and here's some that are over. So what you would do is you would come in here and do your homework and go read the white paper and find out what they're trying to do. A lot of these are startups. A lot of these are trying to tackle or fix a very, very specific problem. And again, if it's something you're interested in, you can get in on the ICO. Now, one of the reasons why you might want to get in on an ICO is that oftentimes 2 things are happening. The ICO is coming out at a fairly inexpensive price or a very cheap price compared to what the market value potentially could be. Another thing a lot of them do is offer a bonus. So if you pay, if you buy X amount, you're going to get 25 extra tokens. If you buy X higher amount, you'll get 50% extra. So again, all ICOs are different, but that's certainly a way that you can leverage your investment. So getting in on these ICOs early and then flipping those into the market. Now I did okay with EOS. I bought in the ICO and then flipped it and basically quadrupled my money in about 36 hours. So that was kind of cool, but that's not guaranteed to happen every time. Again, a lot of it's luck. A lot of it's timing. A lot of it is just being in the right place at the right time. but ICOs are certainly an option for you to invest in. The next is, and this is one of my favorites actually, is to find opportunities for passive income. Okay, so one of the ways to create yourself some passive income are token payouts. So some of these coins, there's an example here. We'll have a look at 10x. 10x, and unfortunately I've cut off the screen here. Okay, I just moved that around a little bit so you can see that. So when you purchase a 10x token, by holding the token, you're going to get 0.5% rewards. Now, again, I've got several videos on this token. I go in depth into what it is. Effectively, it's a debit card that allows you to put your cryptocurrencies into their wallet, and then you can go buy a cup of coffee or buy a hamburger or buy whatever you want, and it instantaneously transfers your crypto into spendable cash, which is transferred then at the point of sale to the retailer. Remember, again, from a tax perspective, in the U.S., I believe, and in Australia, that is considered a taxable event. So that triggers a capital gain, and that becomes taxable income. But there's a perfect way. So these guys are paying out 0.5% of all of their transaction fees. Again, I've done a couple good videos looking at what the potential payouts of that could be, but a great passive income strategy. So in this instance, you're going to gain two ways. You're going to gain over time because of the capital gain. So you have the buy and hold thing happening for you, but then you've also got an ongoing passive income coming from the token itself. So again, great way to invest your money. And again, it's just like dividends from a stock. It's the same concept. The next is mining. So without getting too much into blockchain technology and all that good stuff, there are mathematical processes and calculations that need to be performed which make these blockchains work. That's done by computers. You can go buy what's called a mining rig. You can have a computer sitting in your house. Once you have to invest in the computer bits to put it together, and you have to have an internet connection, and then you have the electricity to run that thing. But you can actually partake in mining. It's pretty full on. It's you have to join mining pools and run software, and if you're not technically minded, it's probably not an easy thing to do for you. Or you can come to a website like this. This is called hashflare.io. And in Hashflare, you can come down here and basically invest in their platform and purchase what they call a contract. So in this instance, the SHA-256, you wouldn't know this if you're a newbie, but this means that you're mining Bitcoin. And basically, you're paying $1.20 per 10 gigabytes of hash. You can see the lifetime contract. So you give them money, and then this thing runs theoretically forever. As long as the site is up and running, it's going to pay you out incrementally. And it is incremental. I mean, obviously if you throw $100,000 at this, you're going to be pulling out some okay money. But to give you an example, I've put $450 US into one of the systems, and it's currently paying out, I think, about $1.80 a day. But that's going to run forever. So again, that's quite powerful. And these guys, they offer, you can mine Ethereum, you can mine Zcash, you can mine Dash, whatever. And again, there's a number of mining operations available on the web. You just got to put in, crypto mining platform, and you'll be able to see in the top 10 results, a number of them. So that's another way that you can get in here and start making passive income. Last but not least is staking. And staking is an interesting concept. I'll show you. This is first off, not all cryptos or tokens provide a staking option to earn revenues. So that's something you need to get your head around. And not all staking is paid out the same. Bitcoin, in this example, pays out physical interest. And I'd have to read the fine print. I'm not actually running this. I think these guys are probably paying you back in BitConnect, which is BitConnect is the coin. So you would buy BitConnect, you would then put those BitConnect coins or tokens into a wallet, and then as long as the wallet was live and available for them to review, you would get paid interest, and this is giving you an idea of some of the interest. I know that another coin called Neo, which is a fairly new coin released, it's out of China. If you leave it in one of their Neo wallets, you can stake what's called gas. So you don't actually get Neo coins, you get something called gas tokens. And gas tokens are actually used on that platform to make it run. So it's kind of like putting gas in the car. You need gas to make the apps run on the Neo platform. So once again, just yet another way to potentially make passive income on these cryptocurrencies. So there's some great options. Again, I hope this was helpful for anyone who's new to the cryptocurrency space. Again, I hope this is helpful for anyone who doesn't have the time or the inclination to want to explain all this to everyone. Just send them a link to this video. There are some affiliate links below to join an exchange or to take advantage of some mining or some other ways that you can make some money off these things. So please take advantage of those. I get paid a little bit, helps me keep the channel going, producing these videos, etc., etc. But the reality is, as I always say, guys, today is the first day of the rest of your life. These cryptocurrencies are going to change the way we do business going forward, full stop. There's no doubt about it in my mind. So it's time for you to take some action and start at least learning about these things. And you've taken the first step today by watching this video. So congratulations. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Crypto Kurt out.